What's up guys, this is Sean and today we're gonna check out Mont Kiara in Mont Kiara. Let's go! We are back here in one of the most popular locations in KL itself. This will be Mont Kiara. Specifically, this is Jalan Kiara 3, and today we're going to check out this brand new development here, which is called Mont Kiara. And this setting seems very familiar because we have just checked out Kiara Kasih earlier. And right after that episode, some important news happened that will change the entire gameplay around this address. Right now, this would be Mont Kiara site, and right in front that will be Jalan Kiara 3. So it's already confirmed that this road will be linked in the future, and now you get direct access right over to Solaris, Mont Kiara and Duta area. Also right next to the site, this will be the second phase of that particular developer. Without this one, it would be a concern because the highway noise might affect residents of Mont Kiara, but now there will be a somewhat shield. Also right behind the site, it's still an empty canvas. So most likely it will be a canvas for another property developer lah. So we don't know who yet. But also there's an announcement of linkage from Jalan Kiara 3 to Jalan Kiara 4 via the internal road. And if you look into the drone shot, extension work has been carried out. Wow! So suddenly all these internal roads will be connected, and that will ease the entire circulation around Mont Kiara further. But before we proceed, let's head on to the sales gallery first to kind of explain the entire development before we come back. First of all, let's get our coordinates right. So Mont Kiara, as we mentioned many times within the channel already, this is Jalan Kiara, Jalan Kiara 4, then Jalan Kiara 3 along Jalan Duta Kiara, and this will be the road that is connected to Gardens International School, heading over to Segambut, or they call North Kiara lah. And this will be the elevated highway called NKVE, and this will be the location of Mont Kiara. And what's very exciting is this road used to be the very isolated road that seems to be the shortcut from Segambut coming over. However, things are supposed to change. The developer will be building this road over to Jalan Duta Kiara, and this makes it a direct access over to Solaris, Mont Kiara and the KL Metropolis at Duta area. This one then is still within proposal stage, where Jalan Kiara 4 will actually be connected over to this junction as well. Suddenly, if these two were to be built, I think it's going to be a game changer for this entire street already, because instead of going through the jam all the way going into Paprika, right? So now you have a direct link. And something about Mont Kiara that I really enjoyed. This road is actually heavily connected by highway. So you have the Penchala link connecting directly. You will have Duke Highway connecting directly. You will have Twin Highway connecting directly. And then you have that main road of Jalan Tuanku Halim connecting in as well. And this has been a very international address, especially for expats, because of its international school in abundance. Just by highlighting a few, you have Gardens, you have Mont Kiara International School, you have French School of Kuala Lumpur, you have Hivia French Primary School, then you have the Children's House, Children's Discovery House. And in terms of commercial centers, it's also in abundance. In total, there will be 4.15 acres, 410 freehold units. So after Gardens, from that side coming in, this will be the way going into Segambut area. And this project took everyone by surprise because there's actually an existing landed house in between the project. Indirectly, this becomes like a forced buffer of the tower to the main road. However, that does not just take away the very narrow aspect of this road. Then mainly there will be two entrances. One will be along Jalan Kiara 3. So when they come in here, this will be the drop off, and you can see the entire interior design of all the common areas are Mediterranean architecture inspired. So we can really see that this theming exercise is coming back, and I absolutely love it. Besides that one, there will be another exit here, which is within this small little road. So it depends which one will be more convenient for you. Then they separate the towers into two, Block A and Block B, and right in front, then this will be their so-called clubhouse, but they actually call it a social house because it's an isolation out from the tower, so it's a very different design. And when you go in, this will be the lap pool in the front, and it's a 3-story facility. So on ground floor will be the hangout spots before you reach the lap pool. On second floor you will have the kids room, then you have the gym facing the lap pool. Then on the top floor, you will have the games room along with the so-called multi-purpose hall on top. But what I really enjoy is they even extend outwards beyond the pool by having this little loop of garden here and the elevated structure to kind of increase the dynamic range of experience for the entire facilities area. So this architecture is going to look amazing. Partly cantilever over the water. Whoa. Then for the car park strategy, it comes with a speed ramp as well. So it means that from level 1 connecting up to level 3, then from level 3 going run ramp up to level 5, then going up to level 7. So it becomes a very comfortable journey within your own car park bay. Then for some units it comes with 2, for the bigger units it comes with 4 car park bays, and they come with their own EV charger and isolator. And something more to highlight, this will be a pet friendly development, and it's currently gold certified for green RE standard. Plus there's going to be a shuttler service, most likely a van, so residents don't have to drive to 163, they don't have to drive to Desa Sri Hatamas, they can just use the shuttler, so that's very convenient. And these will be the renderings of their ID treatment. So this is their lobby, and wow, just imagine in real life, right? Wow, this feels more like a hotel than a residence. And this is when past projects really will boost the credibility of their work. If you have checked out the estate in Bangsar South before, which is also developed by the same team, if you have went through their common areas, their facility deck, it's very extensive. Whatever they propose here, it's going to happen. Apart from the social house area, right, there will be this quiet zone within level 23A or the level 24. This will be the quiet area. It extends throughout the entire floor plate. So here you will have your co-working space. Generally a quiet space like your library, your reading corner, your lounge area, for you just chill a little bit while enjoying the view. So within the 2 towers, each tower will have 6 units, right? And it will be served by 4 lifts. And you can see that this will be a semi-D setting, bungalow setting, where you have more openings than usual for a high-rise unit. And I kind of requested a detailed drawing of the lift lobby. So what you can see here will be 3 passenger lift, 1 service or stretcher lift here, and you can access the corridor in 2 sides, so it increases the level of privacy for all users. And there will be a void on this area. Then here will be openings, so you still be rather bright within. And all units here will have 2 entrances, 1 main entrance, 1 will be like somewhat like the back door or smaller entrance. It's for the purpose of disposing your refuse. So all yard space within the units also will be connected directly into the corridor space, and they will straight away dispose their rubbish via this refuse chamber here. Very thoughtful. This will be the unit I'm going to check out today. This is Type B, 2558 square feet, and there's 4+1 bedroom, 5+1 bathrooms, and it comes with 3 car parks. This is somewhat like a semi-D on air if you look into the entire floor plate, where you are only sharing 1 wall with a neighbor. Then it means you will have openings on 3 sides. So when you come in through the foyer here, there will be a dry kitchen tucked at the side, and then this will be that horizontal layout of living and dining combined together, overlooking to the lanai. So they call this a lanai because this is actually enclosed, it's not an open balcony. So you get to enjoy the view, enjoy the daylighting and optional ventilation. So you can actually open up if you want to, that's cool. And when you go in then this will be the corridor that connects the open space to the private spaces. So here you have 1, 2, 3 bedroom, all have their own ensuite bathroom. That's great. And you will have your principal bedroom at the furthest end, including the principal bath. So for the back of house then, it's a rather large area here altogether. And when you access in this way, this will be the storeroom, and connecting that will be the yard space as well as the utility room. Also can be used as a maid room, and this will be the optional wet kitchen, and you have a partition to enclose it. So coming straight in, this will be the foyer space, and there will be room for you to build a cabinet like this. And this will be the exact specifications of brand for the digital lock set. Clearance now is 1.5 meters going in. Then this will be your entire welcome journey already. Of course, this is a show unit, so it will be decorated. Elements like this do not exist in the unit itself, so it's only for reference. But just imagine if the island is not there, right? The entire space is huge. The length from the wall to the end of the lanai, right? It's 10.4 meters long. This particular design layout allows different spaces to kind of be connected to each other in a very open manner. So it's very suitable for gatherings between your friends and family. And with a setting of dry kitchen like this, the person who is preparing food all the time or preparing drinks will not be isolated out from any conversations. And hereby, this is a very unique, because you don't actually face the living and dining directly. So this is a very different feeling, but I think it makes more sense than directly facing them. The ceiling height will be 3.2 meters, and this is seriously a very comfortable spot for you to really host your family and friends, or you just hang out yourself, right? Wow! At this scale of 2005, you really get space, you enjoy privacy. Where it spans around 6.2 meters by 8 meters, it's going to be very comfortable. And just to maximize the experience further, they have this open lanai concept. And to illustrate the space a little bit better, so this will be the connection between the outdoor space with the indoor lanai. So this is an in-between space where it's indoor yet having outdoor experience. And personally, I think that this is very practical compared to an open balcony, because staying for a high-rise, I don't really use balcony. This lanai space then spans across 1.7 meters in width, but the length is that full size, just like the living plus dining space. And it's going to be a very delightful space for activities, especially for the kids lah. So they're going to have these outdoor timber-like tiles. And just now when I say optional ventilation is when you can actually open up the windows up to your preference. When it's heavy rain, you can actually close them, which I think is very practical. And the team is considerate enough to actually put in the grooves to represent the actual size of the window. That's great. So from the open spaces, now this corridor will connect us into the private spaces where you have all the bedrooms arranged. This will be the first powder room for guests. And here you will have pram decks for basin and pram decks for WC. So they also provide mirror, full height wall tiles. Of course, you don't have the cove light treatment. That's part of the ID treatment. From the bathroom, then this will be the access into the back of house. So this first will be the empty yard space or laundry space, depends what you want to do with it. Moving forward, this will then be the actual yard space for you to just do your laundry, hang your clothes or whatsoever. And it's connected to the maid's room on this side. So if you don't have a maid's room, then you can actually convert this into an extra storage space. It also comes with an extra bathroom here. I really appreciate the amount of space allocated for the back of house, because this will be the main difference between big high-rise homes versus the smaller compact one that we are a little bit more familiar with. Because when the unit size gets smaller, these are the spaces that are always cut off first. So it's an absolute luxury to have them. Connecting to the yard space as well, this will be the wet kitchen that connects over to the dry kitchen. So this is a very extensive space. And the size of the width alone is already 2.53 meters. And it comes as per what you see here. So you have the top and bottom cabinets along with the basins, where this will be the food prep area. This will be the location of your dual sink. And you will have your hood and hob here, backsplash, top and bottom cabinets, and most likely this will be the location for your fridge, and this connects further into the yard space as mentioned just now. And I absolutely enjoy this composition because this one can be that perfect opportunity for a sliding door. So you are still connected via visual, but you just isolate out in terms of smell and noise. Then most of the time for a unit size like this, usually the home comes with a domestic helper to help out around the family, right? There will be a second door, which is this one that connects directly into the lift lobby. This also serves as a fire escape, and it allows helpers to actually throw rubbish using this way instead of going out using the main way passing through all the guests. From this point on, this will be all the private spaces already. So here it will be 1.4 meters by 2.7 meters in height. Going in, this will be the first bedroom. So the size of the room is 5.2 meters by 3 meters. And just now when we mentioned within the floor plan, every bedroom comes with its ensuite. So it's very comfortable for each and every member of the family. And when you come into the room, this will be all your cabinet spaces. It's almost like a walk-in wardrobe when you come in. Then this is the bed, a king size bed here, and this will be the openings looking out. After putting all that, you still have a lot of circulation space. So you will have that white oak solid timber as your flooring. Going into the first ensuite bathroom, again they will use prem deck basin and WC. They even provide the mirror along, just like their previous project. Then you have the shower screen by Roman, full height wall tiles, window for ventilation and daylighting, and this will be the shower by Premdex as well. And I'm a fan of this treatment though. So usually we will have this floating vanity, so that's pretty common, but they actually put this up. It's like a backsplash for the basin area. Wow, I like this treatment. Then for all switches, I like that it's around this very comfortable height. Everybody can reach it, and it's done by Schneider. Moving on, then this will be the remaining bedrooms all on the end. So the first one here will be this room. This room here, the width is around 2.9 and the length is around 5 meters long. So after you put in the bed here, you still have a lot of space for your dressing table or your study table. You can still put furniture there to chill. You still have a lot of space here for your wardrobe. And you combo all that with the 3.3 meter ceiling height. It's lovely. Not only that, you also have the ensuite here, and it's big. I absolutely enjoy all the size of the bedroom, the size of the unit. All is very squarish and it's absolutely practical, including the choice of furnishing. So it's really that earthy tone to everything, but at this level of luxury segments, right, it's more to the smaller things like textures, tones, and feel. So just like the rest, you will have prem deck for your basin and WC, but you just pair it with the black sanitary wares, right? The matte black type, even the edge here, it all makes sense and it all just clicks. Moving opposite, then this will be the principal bedroom, and it gets bigger lah. The length here is 3.6 meters and the width is 5.4 meters. If you come in here, you can have your study table here, your king size bed. You can still have your space for your massage chair right next to your amazing windows. After putting all that, you still have such a big space. So this is actually ID treatments. So this will be the actual line that will be your width to your space. Next to that, this will be your walk-in wardrobe space for your wife. So all these will be cabinet spaces for her, connecting into the principal bath. And I must say, all bathrooms here are like hotel level. It feels so luxurious, it feels so classy, it looks amazing. Like here you have a for him, for her basin on top of a floating vanity. Mirrors will be provided. Looking based on the window size, the bathroom here will be very bright. And next to that, then you will have the shower area isolated out from the WC. And this one, besides the hand shower, you also have the rain shower. Last but not least, this will be the last room. And for this room, then they kind of change it into the kids' room. But with its width and length, it can perfectly fit in a queen size bed, and it's already as big as the normal principal bedroom that we are familiar with lah. And the possibility of having this window is heavily contributed by this being like a semi-D on air. You actually have more sides of facade for every unit. And for selling price, this freehold project is going for 600 per square feet, which is very surprising to me in a very good way, of course. And the selling price for the project is 1.35 million. This unit then it will be around 1.5 million. Well, that depends on which floor you are in, also the ultimate size of the layout. Very interesting. And I guess that's all for the show unit. Let's go to site. So we are now back on site, and right in front, this will be the main entrance for Mont Kiara, where we are now standing in front of Jalan Kiara. Tree right in front will be Richmond Kiara tree, and the current condition of the road will be slightly narrow, and within this stretch you can still feel the very unique characteristic of this street. There's still a mixture between high-end apartments and some squatters currently, and right smack in the center of the land you have this landed strata development, and that's a unique portion about Malaysia's town planning and real estate lah. And as we walk further down, so that will be twice, and that will be the elevated highway at the end already. So this will be the link between the Jalan Kiara 4 and Jalan Kiara 3 coming in, and that will be the connection in to Duta Mas already. Then right after the entrance, this will be the stretch where the social club will be at, and this will be the green empty space. Then the social house will be right there. So indirectly, for real, that this will be somewhat like that buffer from the towers away from Jalan Kiara 3. And right in front, then this will be Tuai 2, which is an extension of this project already here. So there's going to be another high-rise here. So I think with the brand new extension of road, right, this junction will transform the entire circulation around here, because now you get direct connection right over to Kiara 4, but actually both roads are connected. So you get to access to 163 Mall, Arcoris, One Mont Kiara Mall and Plaza Mont Kiara right at the end. That also includes the international school. Conventionally, this needs to go out to the main road, then only branch in back to Jalan Kiara. Now you don't have to anymore via this new extension. That's going to change a lot of things. And I guess that's all for now. It's now time for Sean's take 3 on 3. So first of all, the 3 things I like. Number 1, definitely the Mont Kiara address, because of its connectivity and its maturity in terms of amenities, where you have just practically anything that you need, especially from an expat point of view. So this is just a very popular location among the expat community because of its availability of a lot of international schools around. If you were to walk and chill around, you will really feel the community and population of the Korean crowd, the Japanese crowd, the Ang Mohs and etc. Indirectly, there will also be the potential tenants that will be the end user of this project itself. And the second thing I like will be the design treatments of the developers. So they have a rather challenging site to begin with. Jalan Mont Kiara 3 has its noise and congestion issue, and that has formed the stigma for very long. But the developer actually turned this entire thing into a very high potential project with its design strategy. Number 1, in terms of infrastructure, they will be executing the extension of the new road directly into Solaris Mont Kiara direction. That's going to be a straight road directly into Duta Mas area, which is going to be the MyTech area, the Publica area, and that just shortens the entire distance from here over to all the public buildings. However, that was somewhat predicted, but what wasn't predicted was the extension of Jalan Kiara 4 to Kiara 3 as well. Now this has connection right into Jalan Kiara 1, where you have the 163 Arcoris, One Mont Kiara Mall and Plaza Mont Kiara. So now it becomes walking distance everywhere. And because of its L-shaped land, I like that the design team decided to separate out the clubhouse elements with the main tower. Suddenly the entire second plot becomes a very luxurious individual social house, as they call it. So it's really for you to step away from your house and go there and enjoy the lounge, enjoy the Mediterranean inspired design and the open area that's around 1.5 acres in total. Besides that, with this typology as well, they used the house in front that was supposed to be a very weird thing that's smack in the center. They made it into a buffer instead. So that's very, very smart as well. And all those design strategy also followed through into the floor plate design, where all unit will have at least 3 sides of opening. That opens up a lot of possibility for windows to the unit, and they maximize that element into the layout itself. And when you go in for the unit, right, average size is 2,000 to 3,000 square feet. Everything feels very, very comfortable. Everything is very, very open. Plus, you can really see the arrangement of open space to private spaces, the flow into the back of house. And structurally, you won't see any hindrance to any corner or whatsoever. Everything is very well thought through. And the best thing is just when we think that maybe there will be certain discount of the end product compared to what they are proposing right now, we can always check out their existing project called The Estate in Bangsar South that is extremely well executed. So they have the figures of how much the capital has appreciated over time, how amazing the facilities are, how amazing the design and architecture is. And the last thing I like would be the price. So they advertised at 588 per square feet starting price in a location that's around 700 per square feet. So the starting price for a product, the smallest one, is around 1.35. I think now left is 1.5 million one. But if you think about it, relatively compared to the neighboring existing lot and the new project, it's one of the most competitive prices out there. Plus all the infrastructure that's going to be upcoming, there's really a lot of potential to this site. Well, for the 3 things I don't like, then number 1 will be the micro site elements of Jalan Kiara 3. First of all, the very narrow roads. Then you will have squatters in front. Then you are located next to NKVE highway. So that comes with certain level of noise and congestion. So before booking, I would really suggest to just come and check out the site. So after you really understand, especially after the drone shots, right, you can really see that if the roads were to be open, suddenly this junction, I'm really confident that it will change. Because this used to be a very hidden road that is a shortcut into Segambut and vice versa. Now when it's linked to Kiara 4 and direct connection to Solaris, now this becomes a main road, and right in front of the junction will be this project itself. Well, for noise then, you will have the adjacent block right next to you to kind of serve as a buffer. That actually illustrates point number 2 that I don't like. They are just supply in abundance within this address. Surrounding this site, they are just high-rise after high-rise after building after buildings, plus there are a lot of upcoming ones. So if you look into the site clearance that is happening around the site, it's all potential canvas and upcoming confirmed projects that is about to be executed. So the homework to study here then will be the entry price as an investor or a buyer. Also the difference in target audience, as this one, when you have 2,000 to 3,000 square feet, right, it's considered rather big in compared to the surrounding product. There's around 900 square feet to 1,500 square feet. And last of all will be this very sticky situation of the entire profile around Jalan Kiara 3, where on the Mont Kiara side, you will still feel the luxury elements of it by the sidewalk, by the landscape, by the hospitals, by the commercial areas. But once you travel back into Segambut, right, you will have this element of squatters left, right, around the main road. And they have been around for very, very long. So to a certain degree, when these roads are connected, right, the ones around the Mont Kiara side will be cleared somewhat to a certain extent, but on the Segambut side of things, it won't be as easy. And those are beyond the jurisdiction of this particular developer. Whatever they can do, whatever that's within their means, they have done their very best, I think. But if you look into the site now, this project was barely in the market for a while, and you can see construction work is very, very fast already. So you are already reaching the level where it's higher than the landed properties already. And I guess that's all for this project. Do I like this project? Yes. And I'm very excited, especially for the common areas treatment. So the estate has really demonstrated its thing on its facilities. I really am a fan of them. Plus the potential upside that investors get to enjoy due to the improvement on the infrastructure, that's also very exciting. But when you look into facts and figures, right, the entry price is really something else. But I don't know whether when this video go out already, it's still the same price or not. And I guess that's all for now. Shout out to the team for having me. And if you really like this episode, like it, share, and even subscribe for more information like this. Until next time, this is Sean Tan. Ciao!